this is 0.5. Okay, this will be, you can write 175. You have 2 digit, then 100. Okay, so this will be coming to be 0.57. Okay, so whenever you are taking the reciprocal of the number, okay, sign changes. Okay, price of export over price of import. Okay, it is a ratio of price of export and import. Okay, so today we are going to do determination of terms of trade in the Ricardian trade model. Okay, and we are going to look at small and large country case also. Terms of trade is basically price of export over import. Okay, this is same as relative price. PX by PA, yes, PX by PA. Okay, price of export over price of import. This is also known as relative price. Okay, in home country, in which good home country have competitive advantage? Wine, right? So we will write price of wine over price of cheese. This is terms of trade from home country perspective. Okay, PW over PC. Okay, so terms of trade relative price, when I am saying this, okay, it means the same thing. Okay, price of export over price of import, or relative price. Relative price of one goods in terms of another goods. But when we are talking about trade, it is about price of export over price of import. Okay, relative price in general means price of one goods in terms of another goods. Specifically, terms of trade means price of export over price of import. Clear? Okay, very good. Okay. So everybody know that price of any commodity is determined by demand and supply. Okay. So here also in a traded goods, in internationally when we are trading goods, okay, price will be determined by demand and supply. Okay. But one thing we have to remember when we are studying competitive advantage. Okay. In case when we are importing and exporting, okay, we need to keep track of the relationship between these two goods, cheese and wine. Why we need to keep track of both this good market? The reason that we have to keep track of both good market, that is cheese and wine, is because home country is specializing in wine and exporting it, okay, and importing cheese. Similarly, foreign country is exporting cheese, okay, and importing wine. Okay, so we need to look at both good market at the same time. And I told you people already when we are doing microeconomics too. Okay, when we look market in isolation, it is partial equilibrium analysis. When we look market together, we are in general equilibrium analysis. Remember? Yes, no? Okay. So here we have to focus on general equilibrium analysis. Okay. We have to consider market for both goods together. Okay. That is why we are looking at relative supply. Relative supply. Okay. Here we are going to determine terms of trade. Pre-trade, we also call this before trade or autarky situation or closed economy, whatever you want to say. Okay. Any of the form, whatever you write. Okay. In home country, okay, what we get, pre-trade, before trade, autarky, closed economy, whatever you want to say. Okay. Home country, okay, that we are discussing. Okay. How this relative price or terms of trade is determined? Anyone remember? How these terms of trade at home country determined? In the home country, how we determine these terms of trade or relative price? This relative price in home country, okay, say PW by PC must be equal to opportunity cost. Yeah, very good. Opportunity cost of producing wine in terms of cheese. Okay. Right now I am writing in this way because we are going to focus on terms of trade, price of export over price of import. Okay, that I have written relative price of wine in terms of cheese. Okay, so relative price of wine in terms of cheese will be silent. So I just say relative price of wine must be equal to opportunity cost of wine home country will be producing both goods. In this way, terms of trade determined in the home country. Similarly, in the foreign country, okay, it is, if I remember, it is 1.5. Okay, in the foreign country, the relative price of wine, I put the star for foreign country, okay, equal to opportunity cost of producing wine, and it is equal to 2. This is C. This way we are determined, okay, we have done for the cheese, okay, but in this way we can determine for wine also. Okay, same analysis, just you have to do the reciprocal that I have just today tell you people how to do it. Okay. So this is the way we determine pre-trade, okay, terms of trade in the home country and foreign country. Okay. Today our purpose is to determine terms of trade, okay, when trade is taking place between two countries, and we have to consider general equilibrium analysis, where we have to consider the relative supply of both goods. Okay, why? Because here, when one country is specializing in one goods and trading it for another goods, okay, and other country is also doing the same, okay, we have to consider both market together. We cannot consider market in isolation. If home country is specializing in wine, we cannot consider wine market in isolation with the cheese market. We have to consider both market together. Okay, that is why we are looking at relative supply. So relative supply, you will be knowing this will be quantity of wine over quantity of cheese. So total relative supply will be quantity of wine in the home country plus quantity of wine in the foreign country. I put a star for foreign country over quantity of cheese in the home country plus quantity of cheese in the foreign country. Okay. Okay. This is relative supply. Okay. Relative supply of wine in terms of cheese. Okay. Both are wine. Okay. Relative supply of wine in terms of cheese. Okay. This is what we have. Okay. When we are going to draw relative supply curve, okay, I am writing terms of trade here, like to write price here. Okay. So price of wine in terms of price of cheese. Okay. This is in relative sense. We just remember. Price of wine will be coming on the top because home country, we are looking from home country perspective. Okay. So I writing price of wine in terms of price of cheese. Okay. Here, relative quantity of wine in terms of cheese. QW plus QW star over QC plus QC star. Okay. One thing, okay, you people should be remembering, okay, when we are doing this, the opportunity cost table. The reason that I am keep continuing this opportunity cost table, okay, so that visualization remain traceable for you. Okay, so constantly opportunity cost table or memorize it. Okay? Whatever we want to remember, you can do it. Okay, from foreign, opportunity cost of cheese in terms of wine, opportunity cost of wine in terms of cheese. It is, I think, how much it is? 0.66. It's a 1.5. This is 0.5. This is 2. Is it correct? This one? Yeah, correct. Okay. Now, understand the way we are doing. Okay. What is the opportunity cost of producing wine in terms of cheese in home country? 1.5. Yes or no? What is the opportunity cost of producing wine in terms of cheese in home country? It is 1.5. Right? Yeah, yesterday lecture when I am finishing it. Okay. So my A and W over A and C is 1.5. Okay. What is the opportunity cost of wine in terms of cheese in foreign country? It is 2. So it will be here A and C, A and W star over A and C star. This is clear to everyone? Axis. Okay. And in a, yeah, pardon? Yeah, I am explaining. What I am writing is that I am writing opportunity cost of wine in terms of cheese. So pre-trade situation, this is the prevailing relative price of wine in home country. This is the prevailing relative price in foreign country, right? Okay, this will be equal to the relative price of wine. PW by PC in foreign country, put star. This is PW by PC in home country, pre-trade situation. Okay, that is what I have labeled in the Excel, because here we are writing relative price or terms of trade. Okay. So now, home country can produce wine relatively cheaper. Everybody knows, right? Say yes, no, because this graph will take a lot of time to produce. I am saying that home country can produce wine relatively cheaper, because opportunity cost of producing wine in home country is lower than foreign country, right? So if first point, write down. Okay, if PW by PC is less than ANW by ANC, okay, if you have any price prevailing less than this one, suppose price is here, any price less than 1.5, what will happen? We have done this in the pre-trade situation. What will happen? This is what? This is relative price of wine is less than opportunity cost of producing wine in terms of cheese. That is why I say revise it. Okay. Take the reciprocal of this one. What it will be? PC by PW will be greater than ANC by NW. Yes or no? When you do the reciprocal of this one, you will be getting this. Sign will change. Everyone clear? 3 is greater than 2, then 1 by 3 must be less than 1 by 2, right? Okay, that is what I have done. So this is what? The relative price of cheese is greater than opportunity cost of producing cheese. Wage in cheese sector will be more than wage in wine sector in home country. Then home country will produce only cheese. They will not produce any wine, right? Okay. So when PC relative price of wine is less than opportunity cost of producing wine, one production will be 0. Okay. One production of wine will be 0, and relative supply of wine will be 0. Clear? We will get step function. When we are drawing relative supply, we will be getting a step function. Okay. So first step we will be having here. Okay. So this is first point for this one. This is clear to everyone? Okay. Now second point. When PW by PC, relative price of wine, equal opportunity cost of producing wine, what will happen in the home country? Home country will be indifferent between producing wine and cheese, right? Because the opportunity cost of producing wine in terms of cheese, okay, equal to the relative price of wine. Everyone agree? Okay. So you will be having net supply like this for the second point. Okay, I am learning this one. Okay. So this will be net like this. This is clear to everyone? Second point. If it is not clear, ask me. Otherwise, it will be remain doubtful. I am saying that PW by PC, second point, okay, relative price of wine is equal to the opportunity cost of producing wine. Then in the home country, both goods will be produced. Okay. So your relative supply will be finite. Okay. Because home country is indifferent between producing wine and cheese. It will produce both. Why? Because wage in cheese sector will be equal to wage in wine sector. Okay. I am coming to foreign country specification later. Okay. I don't want to confuse. Okay. Now. Okay. Consider the third possibility. Okay. Third case, consider when your relative price, okay, or terms of trade is greater than this one. say PW by PC, third possibility, okay. PW by PC is greater than A and W by A and C. Pre-trade situation we have analyzed this one. Relative price of wine is greater than opportunity cost of producing wine. Then what will happen in the home country? What will happen in the home country? So it is 1.75. This is 1.75 and this is 1.5 you have. This is constant, right? In the home country what will happen? When relative price of it will produce only wine. Why? Because wage in wine sector is more than wage in cheese sector. Worker will move to production of wine sector, so only wine will be produced, right? Remember everyone? Okay. So when you have relative price of terms of trade, okay, greater than opportunity cost of producing wine in home country, home will specialize in the production of wine. You can see 1.75 is greater than 1.5. Okay. So this will be vertical because I am telling you why it is vertical. Okay. Here in the vertical line, home will specialize in the production of only wine. Okay. This is clear to everyone? Okay. Now looking at the fourth point. Now look at this point, okay? This framework, okay? We are talking about terms of trade. Okay? Terms of trade is PW by PC, which is 1.75. Okay? What is the home opportunity cost? 2. This is what? A and W star over A and C star. This is 2. So opportunity cost of wine in terms of cheese is 2, greater than terms of trade. Okay, that is price of export over price of import for the home country, right? Yes, no. Okay, but now look from the foreign country perspective. Okay, we have to look from the foreign country perspective. Okay, for foreign country, what it is exporting? It is exporting cheese. Foreign country is exporting cheese because it has competitive advantage in the production of cheese, right? So we have to see the reciprocal of this one. This will be PC by PW. Okay. When you do the reciprocal, you will be getting 0.57, and reciprocal of 2 is 1 by 2, which is 0.5. So sign will change. Okay. So any relative price that you have here, okay, what is happening? PC by PW is greater than, sorry, PC star by PW star is greater than A and C star over A and W star. So what foreign country will do? It will specialize in the production of cheese, right? Because relative price of cheese you are getting when you are doing trade is more than opportunity cost of producing cheese. Okay? So any vertical line that you have between these two terms of trade, okay? Home country will specialize in the production of wine, foreign country will specialize in the production of cheese. Okay? This is point number 4. Clear everyone? Okay. In the beginning I informed about this already. So any price, okay, just for quick understanding, any price, okay, relative price, that means terms of trade, that home country is getting above 1.5, it will specialize in the production of wine. Just keep this in mind. Okay. Any price, okay, that foreign country is getting, okay, terms of trade, PC by PW, just do the works. Okay. Anything here that it is getting, it will specialize in the production of cheese. Clear everyone? Yes, no. Okay. Here, what home country is producing? Home country is producing only cheese. Yes. So why not foreign country will produce? Because opportunity cost is lower. So any that if you move in this direction, foreign country will be producing more cheese. Okay. Clear? and here anything that we are getting, okay, terms of trade, that will below this opportunity cost, okay, it will specialize in the production of cheese, okay, from foreign country perspective. If you don't want to remember from foreign country perspective, remember from home country perspective. Anything that you want to do, you can do, okay. So from home country perspective, I am revising one more time, okay, but this one you have to revise from both perspective, okay. Here any terms of trade, okay, that you have relative price or terms of trade that is below the opportunity cost of producing wine, okay, home will not produce any wine, there will be no production of wine, okay, it will produce cheese only, okay. Here home will be indifferent between producing wine or cheese, okay, because here opportunity cost of producing wine in terms of cheese equal to relative price of wine in terms of cheese, okay. In this one, okay, we are getting terms of trade or relative price of wine in terms of cheese is greater than opportunity cost of producing wine, so home will specialize in the production of wine. Looking from foreign country perspective, it will specialize in the production of cheese, okay. Now suppose if this will be step function, okay, if your terms of trade coming out to be A and W star over N C star, okay, the terms of trade, one term of trade that you have, okay, is coming out to be, just put hand for terms of trade, okay, A and W star over A and C star. Then what will happen in the foreign country? Foreign country will produce both goods, right? Yes or no? In the foreign country free trade, where relative price is equal to opportunity cost of producing wine, okay, it will be producing both goods. Yes, no? Okay, okay. So here foreign country will be producing both goods, okay, and of course this is greater than the opportunity cost of producing wine in home country, it will be specialized, okay. So this is point number 5. I am coming to the specification what we will be doing here network, okay. Now after this, any terms of trade that you have PW by PC that is greater than above this, what will happen? Take here PW by PC is greater than A and W star over A and C star. Opportunity cost of producing wine, put hat for the terms of trade, okay. Opportunity cost of producing wine, okay, sorry, this is relative price. Relative price of producing wine is greater than opportunity cost of producing wine in foreign country. Then what foreign country will do? It will specialize in the product, it will produce only wine, home will be producing specializing in wine. So if you have any relative price of terms of trade that is above the opportunity cost of the, say this don't have any comparative advantage, okay, foreign country, if it is above the foreign country, okay, opportunity cost of producing wine in terms of cheese, okay, in terms of trade is coming out anything higher than this, both countries will specialize in the production of wine, okay, and your relative supply curve will be infinity, it will become vertical, okay, infinity from here, if it is here. So this is the derivation of your relative supply curve, okay. Now here I have to determine one thing, okay, at this vertical section, okay, what is happening? Home is specializing in the production of wine and foreign country is specializing in the production of what? Cheese? Yes or no? So home, this QW, okay, if you remember the axis for the home W, QW, it is N over A and W, okay. So home is producing that entire wine, okay, and QW star will be 0 because foreign is not producing any wine, so it will be N over A and W. Now in this section, foreign will specialize in the production of cheese, okay. So QC will be 0, okay, QC star will be N star over A and C star, okay. So home will be specializing and devoting its entire resource to produce the entire wine. In our example, it is 400, and N star over A and C, if you take out, it will be coming out to be, if I remember, 700. Okay. So this is the derivation of your relative supply. Okay. Don't worry, I have made the video. Let me see, because I know that this will be taking time for you people to get it. That is why I am saying revise what I have done, then it will be easier for you people to understand. Okay. After this, I am going to do the derivation of relative demand curve. Okay, but I am not going to rub this one. I will be doing in short. Okay. So whatever you want to write, write it. Okay, and then I will do it. This is N over A and W divided by N star over A and C star. Okay. Look at the production possibility frontier equation. You will be knowing it. Okay. When QC equal to 0, okay, and foreign country is only producing cheese, okay, its quantity of wine will be 0. Then you will be getting N bar star over A and C. That is what I have put it. This is clear? Yes, no? 50%? Huh? Okay, 50%. Don't worry. Now I'm doing relative demand in short here. Okay? Then it will be because thing is same. So here I am taking relative quantity of wine, QC plus QC star, and here I am taking terms of J, PW by PC. Okay. Now here the technique is simple. Okay. The relative demand curve will be downward sloping. Okay. Because here we are talking about substitution effect. Okay. Look at this. When I am saying the relative demand curve is downward sloping, suppose relative price of wine increases. Okay. So when relative price of wine increases, what will happen? Relative quantity of consumer in both countries, what they will do? Their relative quantity of wine will decrease. That means consumption of wine will decrease and consumption of cheese will increase. Okay. When relative price of wine increases, relative quantity of wine will decrease and denominator will increase. Okay. That is why your relative demand curve is downward sloping. In other words, okay, when relative price of wine decreases, okay, relative quantity of wine increases. Okay, that is why your relative demand curve is downward sloping, because consumer will substitute one goods for another. Clear? This is simple. You have done. Okay. Again, I am repeating one time. Okay. In case of relative demand, okay, it is downward sloping due to substitution effect. Okay. So when price of wine, relative price of wine decreases, okay, what will happen? Consumer will consume more wine and reduce consumption of cheese. Okay. And when price of wine increases, relative price of wine increases, okay, what will happen? Consumption of wine will decrease, consumption of cheese will increase. Consumer will substitute one good for another. That is why it is downward sloping. Now, if you aggregate, this is important, okay? This part is important. If your relative demand is such that it interact this relative supply curve, okay, in this specialization zone, okay? So this is point number 1. Okay? Then here both country will specialize. Okay? Home country will specialize in the production of wine. Why? Because the terms of trade that we had, PW by PC had, okay, it greater than opportunity cost of producing wine, okay, in home country. So home will specialize in wine. Similarly, at this point, foreign country will specialize in the production of cheese. Why? You can look at the reciprocal, or if you want to look in this way, you can look in this way. PC by PW star, let me look at the notebook, okay, hat, okay, is less than A and C star over A and W star. Sorry, AC by PW 0.5 will be greater than, so foreign will specialize in cheese. Okay, sign will change when I do the reverse, sign will change. Clear? This point is clear? Yes, no? This is what? Terms of trade. When we are looking from foreign currency perspective, this is price of export or price of import. Okay? When you take the reciprocal of 1.75, it will be 0.57, and opportunity cost of producing cheese in terms of wine is 0.5. Okay? So you can know 0.57 is greater than 0.5. So home country has been specialized in the production of cheese only. Okay. Now look at this one. If the relative demand is such that it's processed from this point, okay, say point 2, then what will happen? Now here, what is happening? Can anyone tell me this part? What is my terms of trade? Terms of trade is equal to opportunity cost of producing wine in home country, right? Our relative demand is such that terms of trade that I am getting after trade is equal to opportunity cost of producing wine. Everyone agree? Yes, no? Okay. So what I am getting? PW by PC hat. Okay. The terms of trade that we have is equal to the opportunity cost of producing wine in home country. Okay. So what will happen in the home country? Home country will be indifferent between producing cheese and wine. Home country will be indifferent between producing cheese and wine, because after trade what we are seeing is that terms of trade, okay, terms of trade is equal to opportunity cost of producing wine in terms of cheese in home country. Okay, so home country will be indifferent between production of wine and cheese, so it will produce both goods. But at this point what is happening? Foreign country will specialize, right? Foreign country will specialize in the production of cheese. Foreign country will specialize in the production of cheese. Why? What is PW by PC hat? It is 1.5. Yes or no? Terms of trade, what we have? 1.5. Yes, no? What I am saying that at point 2, terms of trade is 1.5. Okay? Take the reciprocal of that one. What you will get? PC by PW hat. This will be what? This will be 1 over 1.5. So this will be 10 2/3. This will be 0.66. Okay? So terms of trade is 0.66. What is the opportunity cost of producing cheese in terms of wine in foreign country? It is 0.5. So at this point, foreign country will specialize in the production of cheese. Clear? Okay. One more thing. Okay, I don't have. I'm not able to find my blue pen. Okay, I'm finding it. Okay, then I can. Now look at this point. Suppose your demand is such that, okay, it interact, relative demand is such that interact here, say 0.3. Okay, let me rub this part on this. So RD, say RD2, this is RD prime, RD, RD2. So here what will happen? Here your terms of trade is what? PW by PC hat, terms of trade is 2. What is the opportunity cost of producing wine in terms of cheese in home country? 1.5. So it is 1.5 in home country. Okay. So home will specialize any price that is getting more than opportunity cost. Here home will specialize in the production of wine. Okay. But foreign will be indifferent. Why? Because relative the terms of trade, okay, after doing trade is coming to be this 2. Okay. So foreign country will produce both goods. Here home will specialize, but foreign country will produce both goods. Okay. Now coming to small and large country case. These are three different possibilities. You have to draw in three different graphs. I have drawn here, depending upon what they ask in the examination. Okay. Suppose they say that home country is small and foreign country is large. So if trade takes place between both countries, what will happen? So if home country is very small, it may be the case that home country will specialize. If home country have competitive advantage in the production of wine, it can specialize. But foreign country is very large. So even if it is specialized, even if it is exporting from this foreign country, it is not able to meet demand. It has to produce both goods. So you will be here. Foreign country, which is large country, will be producing both goods. Home country will specialize. Now, if they ask the other way, if foreign country is small, home country is large, so home country will produce both goods, foreign country will specialize. And when both countries are in the comparatively same level, like you have USA and some country, developed country, take any example, so both can specialize. So you will be at point 1. So the analysis that I have put up, same thing you have to put up. You have to draw this graph. Initial framework that I have developed. When you are writing the answer, you have to use that part. So you have to write the introduction part. Talk about competitive advantage. What does it mean? A country has competitive advantage if the opportunity cost of producing one goods in terms of other goods is lower in that country. Then you have to talk about PPF, little bit about pre-trade situation. Only in one country you talk about pre-trade situation. How the price will be determined pre-trade. Then you can move up. No need to talk about gain from trade. If they ask, then you have to talk about gain from trade. You can directly come here. And if the both countries are same, both will specialize. And your relative demand will interfere this specialization zone. And if both countries are different, depending upon their size, either specialization of home country will take place and foreign country will be producing both goods, or specialization of foreign country will take place, home country will be producing both goods. Depending upon where your terms of trade is determined. And how this terms of trade or relative price after trade is determined is through demand and supply. Because we know from basic economics that price of any commodity is determined through demand and supply. So in case of international traded goods, price will be determined by through intersection of demand and supply. So terms of trade determined through intersection of demand and supply.